This is a war against seniors and the lower class, especially when you think about the high cost of living nowadays. Benefits like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, veterans benefits, these things won't matter in the grand scheme of things given that utility costs continue to go up. The same way grocery costs at Costco, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Lowe's. I mean, you name a retailer and people will probably tell you just how much more they're paying inside one of those. Yet still, you're seeing private companies asking for more money. Heck, this one that I'm talking about will wipe out the COLA increase for 2024 for Social Security recipients.
What do we want? Fair rates. When do we want it? Now.
Advocates demanding fair rates on the steps of California's Public Utilities headquarters, where regulators will soon decide if PG&E will be granted a steep rate hike, which could raise the average monthly gas and power bill between $25 and $31, depending how they vote.
And at a time when families have been struggling to pay the monthly bills, food, rent, healthcare, transportation, PG&E executives seek to reward themselves with large bonuses.
The cost of greening the grid should not be cutting off low-income children of color because the bills are too doggone high.
At a time when many families are struggling to cut costs to make ends meet, officials say the utilities should be too.
PG&E has not tightened its belt. Instead, they spent millions of dollars of ratepayer money now on commercials to improve their image.
In California, we're on a journey to make energy cleaner, safer, and more reliable.
A company that is out of control with regard to spending. We need accountability, and we need both affordability and safety, and we can have it. We've got a PG&E that's transparent about how it's spending money, and we don't have that today.
A $30 increase on power bills? And what was the average increase for Social Security benefits in 2024 again? Oh, that's right, like 50 bucks. I mean, how would you feel if you were getting this small of an increase, being told to be grateful for it, even though you paid for Social Security your entire working life, and then being slapped with a price hike that's more than half of your COLA increase for 2024. Now, the worst part is that the 13% rate increase, this rate hike, has already been approved, meaning that the California customers of PG&E, they're already going to be forced to shell out more money. Okay, so let's take it to the comments, guys. Do you think that it's fair for companies like this one or any other private company or organization to jack up prices on Americans given the condition that we're in right now? Comment a simple yes or no in the comments, and while you guys are doing that, we need more people to see this message, so please help in spreading this word out by smashing the heck out the thumbs up button and become a part of this amazing community by subscribing to the channel. The truth is hard to find out there, but I'm going to make sure that I provide it to you guys 24/7. Appreciate that.
David Hernandez is with Sod and Turf Pros in Los Angeles and has used gas-powered equipment for years. He understands electric tools are the future, but there are pros and cons.
You won't be having all that gas up your nose, be inhaling it, because I mean, I've been there, I've done that.
One trade-off is usage time. He bought an electric leaf blower, but has to operate it sparingly.
Well, it doesn't last as long, right? So we use a battery, it only lasts me like 20, 30 minutes. And then after that, I have to go charge it.
Homeowners are snatching up e-powered products, but it's a harder transition for lawn care companies running lots of devices all day. Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill into law making California the first state to ban the sale of gas-powered lawn equipment by 2024 in an effort to curb emissions.
Now, before I actually get to the next topic, I just realized California wants to go green, right? More electric on everything, right? So they tout cheaper gas prices in the form of EVs, but are willing to jack up prices on electricity. Man, that's just genius, right? But it's not just California, guys. We've also got news from Connecticut. Anybody here from that area? Because they're also changing the rates at the start of 2024 all the way to June. So if you're a consumer who's using Eversource Energy or United Illuminating, expect a standard service rate charge of $14.71 and $17.06 per kilowatt hour hike respectively. Oh, and it's not going to stop there, guys. It's like one of those old school channels that try to sell you these weird items on TV, and they always say at the end, but wait, there's more. But this time around, guys, it's more expenses for the American people.
Well, the state's Public Utility Regulatory Authority, also known as PURA, is holding its third public hearing today on Connecticut's water company proposal to raise rates. The Clinton-based utility provides water and fire protection services for over 360,000 Connecticut residents. It's asking state regulators to raise its rates by 18.1% in July. what could this mean for you? Well, that depends on where you live. The increase may add between $18 to $58 to an average bill every 3 months.
How's that for a good welcome to the new year, huh? But yet the optimism is just so high within the White House that you got to question, where is it all coming from? I mean, are any of you guys optimistic to face 2024 right now? And on that note, let's go ahead and shift gears here to Colorado, where 2 thieves are facing felony charges. Charges that they want lessened given that the items that they stole were, and I hope you guys are ready for this, but they're arguing that the items that they stole were on sale.
Well, the 18th Judicial District, where these 2 men were charged and stood trial, says all the stuff stolen from Kohl's, the mixers, clothes, shoes, it all totaled $2,094. And that is important because the cutoff line between a misdemeanor and a felony in Colorado is $2,000. So they were over that limit by $94. But you know Kohl's, there's always a sale. And the prosecutor's team tells us the defense tried to argue this lost value is actually lower if you consider the stolen items were on sale.
So the defense argued and tried to convince a jury that these 2 defendants should not be convicted of felony theft, but rather a misdemeanor charge. We argued that it didn't really matter if the items were on sale or were discounted. Those discounts and sales prices should apply to paying customers only, not thieves.
The DA's office says the value that matters in court is the retail price, not a sale or a coupon or whatever else. And the jury agreed. They convicted both men of a Class 6 felony.
Now, was this a case of them calculating what they stole and were thinking like, okay, we're not at $2 grand yet. This is okay. But then failed to realize that they were looking at discounted prices? You know what? This made me think of something like kind of weird right now. What if retailers raised all of their prices in line with the felony charge in their state? So in Colorado, it would be like $2 grand, right? $2,000. You want a toothbrush? Oh, that's $2 grand. But it's discounted to actual price. You see where I'm going with this, right? I know it's not plausible, but I think it sounds much more sane compared to what the defense tried here with this felony charge. Now, I want to go ahead and close things off with something a little bit more light, and that is the fact that McDonald's is bringing back the Happy Meal. Not for kids, but for adults, actually.
McDonald's, meanwhile, releasing a new limited edition Happy Meal for the grown folks.
What?
Yeah, John, it has a special toy that comes with it. It's a modern take on the beloved McNugget Buddies toys of the 80s and 90s. You can choose from a 10-piece chicken McNugget or a Big Mac box. It also comes with fries, a drink, and of course the toy. There are 6 different buddies that come with the mix and match outfits. The meals will be available at participating McDonald's starting December 11th. John, go get you one and get a little toy.
That's right, guys. Americans are so depressed right now that McDonald's has decided to resort to doing this. But in all honesty, who cares about a Happy Meal targeted at adults when a lot of tax-paying Americans are angry about the way that things are right now? Now, if you ask me, they'd be better off making an angry meal or maybe even a disappointed in this economic plan meal. At least those would be a little bit more realistic. So what are you guys' thoughts on today's topics? Make sure you share them down below. And before I go, I want to thank you guys for being here. Keep safe, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.